Gosh. Good morning, everyone. Where's Don? I'm reading the comments. Don must be back. It's late. Yes, I am. And it's all my fault. Let me tell you why it's all my fault. Because up to the very last second, I am trying to get like the latest information from you. Oh, crap. I forgot my wedding band. Tim hates it when I do that. Sorry. Anyways, maybe if we get a break in or something, I'll go grab it. But it's nice to have someone that says, where's your wedding band? Where's your ring? Okay, so I'm always at the last second, like trying to get your the best information. And it's Thursday. It's been like a rough week, even though I just got back yesterday. But like news-wise, it's been really heavy. And so thank you, Anji. These are my original glasses. Usually I don't wear them, and I'll tell you why. Wow. Usually I don't wear them. I started in the beginning is because they are, what do you call them? Progressives. And so in order for me to read, I have to do that, right? Usually if I'm reading from a paper, I can just bring the paper down and read it like this. But if I'm trying to look at the camera or see something on the computer, I have to do this. And it makes me look like an old man. And I look like my mom because she's always doing this, like trying to read something. So I wear these because they are not progressives, but guess what? They're not. They are not made for the camera because they glare. These don't glare as much, if you will notice, just a little bit. But I don't think it matters that much. But thank you. I may have to go back to the other ones. So anyways, I'm always at the last second, like trying to get you guys information. It's Thursday, and I want to have a little bit of fun. So good morning. Glasses look like Clark Kent's. Wait, can we put that up? Put that comment up. Someone just said the glasses look like Clark Kent. And this will explain everything I'm trying to explain right now. Did you see that, Andy? Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
okay.
I see it.
Okay, so thank you for that. The glasses look like Clark Kent's glasses. How amazing it is. You guys are so in tune with me. We have a mind meld going on right here because you saw, well, I guess you know, because you saw the thumbnail. I like the thumbnail, by the way. Can you just put the thumbnail up so people can see it, Andy? This is a great thumbnail. You know, we labor over these things, there it is, right? Super MAGA racist. It's great, right? Okay, there's a new Superman. I have no idea who he is because I'm Gen X. All right, so here's the thing. This is the thing. So this is what America's version, right? This is what the original Superman, when people, well, not the original one, it's close to the original. Original one was it was animated cartoon character. Okay, now trust me, class, go along. This is a class today. Make sure you, by the way, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, and I'm wondering if by having the comments on the bottom right of the screen, if that affects the subscriptions, because people don't realize that they can go right there and they can hit the subscribe button on the lower right-hand side of the screen. Perhaps, I'm just wondering, is that a real possibility? Andy, Nikki?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't know. We should try it. Can you guys let me know in the comments section, if that indeed is sort of prohibits you from doing the subscription thing? Maybe if it gets in your way, let me know. Okay. Yeah. So I see folks in the comments saying that they got all their merch, their V-necks yesterday. Great, great, great. I have my hat. I'm going to tell you about it. If you want to get on to the merch store, it's right on the homepage of our YouTube channel. Just go to shop. And also, okay, no, we see the subscribe thing done. Thank you. Okay, good. So make sure you hit the subscription, all right? And become a member because that keeps us viable. Make sure you hit that thumbs up more than anything so that people become aware of our conversation. So I'm glad that it doesn't really affect, because I like having those comments up there. I think it's important for people to be able to say what they want. Yeah, and also look, these slide. My glasses, I have a little nose. Ever since I had that nose job, I'm kidding. I don't have a nose job, but my glasses always slide down my nose because I have like this little tiny bridge and the glasses always go. So I'm constantly doing this. Okay. So anyways, back to Superman. And back to the glasses. They are Clark Kent. I did not wear these on purpose. It's just a coincidence that I wore them because my little glasses that I like to wear, the other clear ones, they broke on vacation. And so I haven't worn them. Okay, so here's the thing. So Superman, iconic, right? The original thing about Superman, the way that he came to television, that he was this sort of, straight white dude kind of thing, which is, fine, nostalgic. So this is how most people, especially older people, right? This is how older people think about Superman. This is the beginning. It's a bird, it's a plane. Do you guys remember this? I'm old enough to remember it, not when it was original, but when it was in reruns on television back in the day. Here it is.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman.
Yeah, that was Superman back in the day. Look at Superman. Look, imagine now. Keep that up. Look at the body. And by the way, his name was George Reeves, and sort of a tragic life. And if you go and look, like he had issues like fitting into the suit. Like during the series, he gained weight, and then people would, try to make fun of how he lived. Look, yeah. So that was him back in the day, and that was a Superman starting from. Besides, what do you call it? What was the animation thing on Saturday? Super Friends. Super Friends is how I originally remember him, and then these things started coming on television with him looking like this. Okay, so that's how they remember. Everybody remembers Superman. And then if you are older like me, like a Gen X person, this is the Superman benevolent hero that I related to, that I grew up with. Here it is. Oh, man, doesn't that bring you comfort? That was back in the day when, Superman was just Superman. Christopher Reeves was fine as hell. Come on. Man, if I could look like that. By the way, his son is on ABC now, just as good looking and really nice guy. So, okay. So that was, and by the way, Christopher Reeves, George Reeves, just a coincidence, not related. They both turned out to be Superman. Okay. So who am I? I'm just a friend. I'm just Superman. And so, people hang on to this sort of nostalgia, even if it's a fictional character. And so they want America to be like a fantasy. Like that is the way America is supposed to be about Superman. Okay, just, oh my gosh, is it love? Oh, and Superman's this hot, strong white dude that's going to save the day. Case in point. Now, let me just show you. This is how MAGA sees Superman. And then I'm going to explain to you the real deal about what Superman really is and what he's about, because I'm just going to show you how fucking dumb MAGA is, okay? And the people on the right. Just going to tell you some of the racists on the right, and even and not even so, it's not just like the people who go to the Trump rallies. It's the people in the media. It's all of them. Like they have this whole idea about America. But anyway, here it is. This is Donald Trump celebrating Superman. Remember, he's kind of their Superman, at least with that's what they think. They think when he takes off that ugly, fat ass, ill-fitting suit with the dumb red tie, that is somehow like a cape and a big S. But here it is.
But I woke up and I felt good. I said, get me out of here. Boom, Superman. Through Operation Warp Speed, we will have 100 million vaccine doses before the end of the year. And our military is going to distribute them, and there's nobody like our military.
Oh, boy. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's Superman. Can you imagine him in that outfit? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you guys want to see Donald Trump in the tights? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody said he's more Lex Luthor. Can you imagine? Oh, my God. So anyway, that's what they think. That is what they think. And you know how I know that's what they think? Because over on the Fox News and everywhere else, they are freaking out because they think, hey, Donald Trump is Superman. Superman is like this white dude, American. He's America. S on his chest, America. This is what the Independent is reporting, okay? They're reporting Fox News rages that the new Superman film has pro-immigrant themes. Let me say that again. Super woke. Fox News rages that new Superman film has pro-immigrant themes. Now, really, Fox News? You guys aren't that dumb, are you? Are you guys really that stupid? And will MAGA and America really fall for it? I don't know. Let's just play. Let's play the one where it's just a couple of them. It's Fox News and they're doing Superman and whatever. Not only Superman, but they're also doing other things, other movies that they think are too woke, and they're freaking out about it. Let's just show that. Let's show it.
We don't go to the movie theater to be lectured to and to have somebody throw their ideology onto us. I wonder if it'll be successful.
You know what it says on his cape? MS-13.
Wow.
Is it superimposed or it actually says that?
My Little Pony is going woke. Netflix's new movie, My Little Pony, The Next Generation, teaches its viewers about themes like tolerance, prejudice, and even fascism.
The woke idea of making all the superheroes a group of fully diverse females beating people up as if they're guys was based on the assumption that there is an audience for that.
A lot of parents out there, their kids are excited about the Barbie movie. Thanks for the warning that this is really just another indoctrination vehicle.
So from the wild world of woke, the new Snow White live action production from Disney.
I've watched a lot of Disney Junior over the last couple of years. Of course. It is amazing the amount of subtle and not so subtle left-wing messaging that you get.
It was banned in several places because it features a same-sex kiss scene, leading some conservatives to blame what they call the movie's woke agenda.
Oh my God. Is this like the version? I guess. Here's what I think. I think in the rest of the year when it's not Christmas, like they need a war on Christmas theme. So this is a war on movies, this is a war on woke. The wild world of woke. What the hell is wrong with these people? Now, if that is not an indication of the manipulation of their audience, if that's not evidence of that, I don't know what it is. Another case in point here, or as we say in the vernacular, case in point here. Clay Travis raging at Superman film. Who's Clay Travis? Maybe when I see him, I know. Here he is raging at Superman. Oh yeah, I've seen this
that's
guy.
Trying to appeal to the largest possible audience. Should keep that in mind. I wanted to go see Superman. I'm not that interested in going to see it now. There's lots of ways that I can spend money. And this moron with his take and deciding to say Superman was super political and it was about an immigration story, I think he's alienated half the country, and I think he made a really poor decision.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Now, do you guys remember Dean Cain? Because I do. That's my generation too. Now, was Dean Cain the movie or was he the TV? I think he was the TV version of Superman. Was he the Timu version of Superman? Dean Cain, who played Superman, he mad too. How woke is Hollywood going to make this character? Dean Cain criticizes new Superman movie. The director of the new film about the Man of Steel has been criticized, with an S because this is British from The Guardian, criticized by some right-wing commentators after saying Superman is the story of an immigrant. Now, keep going, roll up, the story of an immigrant. Dean Cain, who played the Man of Steel in the 1990s TV series Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, has claimed the new Superman movie directed by James Gunn is woke. Cain is a vocal supporter of Donald Trump. He was speaking to TMZ and said, how woke is Hollywood going to make? See if we can find this soundbite. Look on TMZ. How woke is Hollywood going to make this character? How much is Disney going to change their Snow White? Why are they going to change these characters to exist for the times? Dean Cain is a big Trumper, Tracy Patton. You're right about that. Dean Cain. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. It's not that deep. Thank you, Jen Brigham. But it is that deep for them. I'm just getting started. You guys ready for the lesson this morning? Just getting started. Put the Independent article back up here, and let me just explain something to you about what they're saying, and then we will go on. It's about human kindness. Super woke Fox News rages that new Superman film has pro-immigrant themes. It's about human kindness, and obviously there will be jerks out there who are just not kind and will take it as offensive just because it's about kindness. Superman director James Gunn said last week, setting off a MAGA outrage cycle. Leslie Mercado, you read my mind. I wish I could make the letters bigger on the screen. Leslie, if there's any bigger immigrant ever besides E.T., Superman was the original E.T. because Superman isn't even from Earth. Superman is not even from Earth, Fox News, right-wing MAGA dummies. Keep going. Let's read a little bit more from the Independent. Okay, so it's super woke. Is that a whole clip? Is that jumping on board the latest MAGA outrage? Fox News took aim at director James Gunn for proclaiming that the latest Superman reboot is a story about an immigrant that came from other places, and some may take offense to it because the film centers on human kindness. He's creating a moat of woke. He's creating a moat of woke, enlightened opinion around him. He's got a woke shield. Fox News host Greg Gutfeld grumbled Monday as an on-screen graphic blared that the super woke movie embraced pro-immigrant themes. Wow. Interesting. This is how it played out. One, Kellyanne Conway and Jesse Waters and others. Here it is.
And I went to the Yankees at Mets game yesterday at Citi Field. Go Yanks. And you should see the people sitting for the national anthem for God Bless America. It's really just, I can't believe that we've come down to that. And I don't know, we don't go to the movie theater to be lectured to and to have somebody throw their ideology onto us. I wonder if it'll be successful.
You know what it says on his cape? MS-13.
Wow.
Is it superimposed or it actually says that?
It is super.
Just on the knuckles.
It's superimposed.
One more thing is up next.
Oh, Jessica, I caught that. Did you guys catch that? Producers, did you catch the end of what Jessica said?
Yeah.
That was good. She's smart. Did they even get it? She goes, is it superimposed, which was smart? Or is it just on the knuckles? He had MS-13 on his hands. No, sir. They put that on there because they were trying to tell you that's what those symbols meant. No, he had MS-13 on his hands. Oh, dumb. They are so dumb. It's unbelievable. And he believed, you notice he doesn't say that anymore because after that interview, by the way, Terry Moran got fired after that interview and you know, they were looking for something with the whole tweet. That's really why Terry's gone. Not because he tweeted it. It's probably, I believe it's because they were like, oh, Trump was like, fire him. And they were like, okay, you know, lawsuit. So, yeah, there's MS-13. You notice he doesn't say that anymore. Nobody's talking about the alleged MS-13 on the Abrego Garcia's hands, right? Why? Because they realized how dumb they were, that it actually was not there. Anywho, okay, so here's the thing. Couple things from there. Kellyanne Conway said, I went to the ball game and people were sitting down for the national anthem and God Bless America, and I cannot believe. Now, producers, I don't know if you put it in here, but can you guys tell me again? Maybe, perhaps, what they don't understand is that America is a very diverse place. The ball field, the baseball diamond, the stadium is a very diverse place. Baseball is very diverse, professional baseball. I think it's up to like 30-some% of professional baseball players, if not more, are Latino. Am I correct? Producers, you guys were telling me that this morning? Yes?
Yes, it's 30.2% as of 2023.
And then, you know, there's some that are black and other ethnicities, and then the whites. Okay, but what I'm saying is perhaps they don't understand that. And perhaps they don't understand that those folks are paying attention. Not only are they watching the news, they don't have to watch the news, but in their own families, I'm sure what is playing out is that there are migrants, There are immigrants that are both documented and undocumented, and they are in real time in their real families, not just on the news, watching their loved ones, their relatives, their neighbors, their co-workers or whatever being confronted by ICE, not being given due process, families being torn apart. Perhaps they're seeing images like this play out, not just in neighborhoods, but also in courthouses as people are trying to go in and do the right thing after they have received orders to go to court. Maybe they're seeing these horrific images playing out all too often.
No. Sir, let's go. Sir, sir, we're not doing this. Family, family, doing this. Family, family. No. Back up here, listen.
Family. Delincuentes no somos nada, todos nos vamos.
Have a little discretion.
No hay ningún problema.
I think this would be a really discretionary moment where you can let them go.
Right?
No entiendo por qué lo están haciendo, pero todos somos familia y nos vamos todos.
There's three
No hay problema.
Si lo van a deportar, todos.
Entonces ahora no va para con eso.
Sí, tengo que mostrarlo porque yo no soy. Ok, está bien, yo no soy. Ok, está bien. Ok, ¿sí o no? Sí tengo, pero yo no soy ese que está ahí. Yo no soy. No.
Se llama Dani.
Gracias. Dani.
Nada, no hay ningún problema, nosotros tenemos nada.
Tengo mis niños.
That's all we need to know is your name. That's it. Okay? We just needed to know your name, and that's it. Okay?
Give us some space, guys.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Stay out of the way, sir. Stay out of the way.
Thank you.
Counsel, I'm allowed to be here. They have a right to
No hacemos nada, no te pongas así.
Press the elevator down for me, please.
No te pongas así. Tú no eres delincuente, nosotros no somos delincuentes, no te pongas así.
Tranquilo. Okay. So
Verga, tenemos los niños aquí, no ha pasado nada, que sea lo que Dios quiera, siempre lo he dicho. No somos delincuentes, no tenemos antecedentes, nada. Ellos no pueden culparnos de nada.
Okay, usted está bien.
Ya no ha pasado nada.
Thank you. No, it's okay. Thank you. Pasa. Thank you. Go down.
Cuando no eres delincuente.
Cuídense.
No te tienes que poner así. No pasa nada. Nos vamos todos, no hay problema.
Sorry, I did not expect. I had seen that clip before, but that family was lucky in a sense because it didn't. But to watch like the big guy cry like that and the kid, sorry. I could just imagine if that was my own family. Can you imagine? And these assholes are wondering why people aren't standing up for the national anthem. Now, whether you like it or not, you may not like it. You may think that people should be standing up for the national anthem. And I'll tell you about, I can talk about it now that I'm not there. Whether you like it or not, even if you don't like flag burning, which many people don't care for, and I understand it, it's still your right under the Constitution. There is no law that says you have to stand for the national anthem. Now, as a matter of fact, there is a constitutional provision that under the Constitution, it is your right, the freedom of expression, that you don't have to. That's the whole point of America, is that it's not a dictatorship. Someone in the comments says, talk about Black people. If you are in this country now and you're a Black and you see what is happening with diversity, equity, and inclusion, and you see people who do not deserve to be in these jobs, who are really the DEI hires under their definition, running the country, and the person who's at the leader of the company is the biggest DEI hire, and you go, wait, what? If you understand that they're trying to, if you see that they're trying to erase history, the history of America, perhaps you don't want to stand up. Maybe you want to kneel, Colin Kaepernick, so that you get people to understand. If you see the treatment by Black people by law enforcement, if you are outraged because your kid has to live with the reality of the vestiges of slavery, but then you don't want other kids who are not black or who are not black kids you don't want them to experience or be taught about the history of this country because it might make them feel bad, you may not want to stand up. If your ancestors did not come over on a slave ship, maybe, you don't understand that. Some people don't want to. Now, I got to tell you, I was faced with that. And I'm going to tell you one more thing about what Kellyanne Conway said in that thing about successful. And then I'm going to tell you my experience. But first, this is a break and a word from our sponsors. Support for the Don Lemon Show today comes from Beam. Summer's here. And, we love to sit around in summer and tell stories and hang out with our friends. And we hear all kinds of stories. And we're around all kinds of people because we're out. We're at the cookout. We're at the fish fry. We're out at the restaurants. We're all doing our things outside. And a lot of people are coming together. Okay. And so everybody's going to be telling a story. And guess what? The news cycle is relentless. And the right, as you can see, they're trying to scare people into submission. They want you to get burned out. They want you to tune out. That's what's happening. They want you to roll over. And you cannot fight against this stuff if you are not ready, refreshed, and energized. And that's why I turned to Beam's Dream Powder. I took it last night. Bright and early. See how I'm smiling? I'm ready for the day. A natural sleep blend designed to help you get the deep restorative rest your body and mind need to stay in the fight. Because the truth is, you can't sustain the fight without rest, okay? So they've got all these amazing science-backed natural ingredients, including melatonin, that helps you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up ready to organize, resist, raise hell without the fog or the crash. Since I started using Dream, my focus is back, my energy is returned, and I'm ready to face the day, ready to stand up for the things that matter. I'm not the only one. Beam's Dream Powder has improved over 17.5 million nights of sleep for people all across the country. And did I mention it tastes incredible? It's smooth, it's delicious, and you need to add it to your nightly routine. It's simple and effective, and it works. So right now, Beam is offering up to 40% off their best-selling Dream Powder for my listeners and my viewers, okay? It is a limited-time offer and the perfect way to overcome that exhaustion and stay in the fight every day. Go to shopbeam.com and use the code LEMON at checkout. That's shopbeam.com/lemon and use the code LEMON for up to 40% off. Sleep well, wake up ready. The fight continues. Also, my dinner last night. Support for the Don Lemon Show comes from the Wild Alaskan Company. Okay? Now, I got to tell you, it's so easy. I took a small pack out of the freezer. I'm like, hey, I gotta watch it because vacation. That's what I did. And so it took a pack out, split it. Tim and I split it. It was good. Did that with some veggies. We're good to go. Okay? And so it's a trusted seafood that you can eat. Nutrition, taste, and sustainability is what they care about and what it is. Wild Alaskan Company is the best way to get wild-caught, perfectly proportioned, nutrient-dense seafood delivered directly to your door. Trust me, you haven't tasted fish this good, okay? Wild Alaskan is 100% wild-caught, never farmed. That means there are no antibiotics, GMOs, or additives, just clean, real fish that support healthy oceans and fishing communities. Their fish is frozen right off the boat to lock in taste, texture, and nutrients like omega-3s. Wild-caught from Alaska. Every order supports sustainable harvesting practices, and your membership delivers flexible shipments, expert tips, and truly feel-good seafood. Okay? So you guys were telling me in the comments what you liked yesterday. I like the cod. Some folks like the salmon. Some people say I like the sockeye. Okay? So listen, 100% money back guarantee. Nothing to lose here if you're unhappy. Not all fish are the same. Get seafood you can trust. Go to wildalaskan.com/lemon for $35 off your first box of premium wild-caught seafood. That's wildalaskan.com/lemon, $35 off your first order. Thanks to Wild Alaskan Company for sponsoring this episode. We appreciate our sponsors, okay? So in that clip that we were talking about, the Superman, make sure you hit the thumbs up, okay? Make sure you hit the likes because we want people to become aware of our conversation, as many as possible. So thank you for that. Okay, so here's the thing. Kellyanne Conway was talking about, I wonder if it's going to be successful. Can we just show what it is on Rotten Tomatoes? This is successful. Rotten Tomatoes says this is an 83%. The difference between Rotten Tomatoes is what? This is, let's see. When Superman gets drawn into conflicts at home abroad, his actions are questioned, giving tech billionaire Lex Luthor the opportunity to get the Man of Steel out of the way for goodwill. Okay, so 83% on the thermometer, and then the popcorn meter, tomato meter or thermometer, and then the popcorn meter or popcornometer, 96%. That's pretty damn good for Rotten Tomatoes. Also, what is the projected? The projected is like $138 million or something that it's supposed to make. That's the projection. So we'll see how successful it is. Anyways, so I don't know what's going on, Foxy. We'll see if it makes that much money, but it's certainly successful as far as Rotten Tomatoes and with the projection. Okay, now let's tell the truth about what Superman is here. Time now, class, for the lesson. Okay, time now for the lesson. You guys ready, class? We're going to teach you about something. Okay. Do you guys know the history of Superman? First of all, Superman is from a planet, I think it's Krypton. That ain't Earth. So that means he migrated or immigrated to Earth. He's an immigrant. Superman was created. There's a story behind it. In case you just don't know, in case you're not that smart, I'm going to educate this. And I want you to spread it on the internet, and I want you to send it to all your MAGA friends so they will know what Superman really is. It's an allegory, kind of like the Bible, allegory, lots of, mythology in there, lessons on how to treat people. Superman is kind of like, Jesus. Come on now, are you guys listening? Hello. Hit that. Look, please link this to everybody you know. Listen. Just in case you guys don't know, you're that dumb. And the importance of teaching people, the importance of education. You cannot be the poorly educated. He loves the poorly educated because he's trying to take advantage of you. Let me educate you. And let me get some help from everyday Americans, in case you haven't learned this in school. Now, I took a film history class in school, so I learned a lot of this stuff, especially, just through movies like The Graduate and all. They teach you about what's going on behind the scenes in film. And, I like to watch TCM, Turner Classic Movies, and they do all kinds of teaching about films. So this is a little lesson for you in Superman and how it relates to Jewish immigrants. Roll it.
Oh no, Superman's an immigrant. They made Superman woke now. What do you mean Superman's an immigrant? My guy! He was created by 2 Jewish immigrants whose families back in Europe were being rounded up and put into camps because their existence was made illegal. Sit with that.
You guys didn't know that. You're like, he's Superman in America. He's American. First of all, he's not real. But secondly, he's from another planet. And third, it's about a Jewish immigrant. Oh my gosh. Wow. I like her so much. Let me just, again, beginning of the lesson, this is Superman 101. Need to sit with that. Just play her again, please, Andy. Here we go. Roll it again.
Oh no, Superman's an immigrant. They made Superman woke now. What do you mean Superman's an immigrant? My guy! He was created by 2 Jewish immigrants whose families back in Europe were being rounded up and put into camps because their existence was made illegal. Sit with that.
Woo! This is not going to go over well with the MAGA crowd. Superman's a Christian. Superman is a Christian. America, he's a great white dude. Christian. No. Superman, by the way, in case you don't know, in case you don't really watch, if you're watching a movie and you're thinking, sometimes when you have a certain mindset and you've been programmed to think a certain way about just history, about the present, about whatever, you don't really get what's nuanced and these sort of undertones of what's going on. Again, call your friends and neighbors and tell them to watch. This is Superman 101. Superman has always been. No. Before you go to always been political, let's go. Superman. Superman is an allegory for Moses. Woohoo! Play it.
The reason that conservatives are failing to see Superman as an immigrant is because they see Superman as Jesus, but Superman is not Jesus. Superman is Moses. Much of the media we have of Superman in current day has been goy-washed. Superman, who was originally created by Jewish people, was not ever meant to be a Jesus allegory, because we don't believe in him. He was always meant to be a Moses allegory. Moses was a baby, literally facing genocide. In order to save him from said genocide, his parents put him into a basket and floated him down the river. In the case of Superman, they put him in a rocket and they yeeted him off the planet. Moses then found safety with the Egyptians. Moses then found safety and was raised away from his people, the Hebrews. Just like Superman found safety and was raised away from his people, the Kryptonians. Superman making the decision to become Superman after finding his father's recordings in the Fortress of Solitude, it's quite literally Moses in the burning bush. That's what it is. That's what it is. Superman is and always has been a Moses allegory. And don't come at me with that, Moses was the precursor to Jesus. We all know the sequel is never as good as the original.
I would love to see their faces now. Do you guys remember when we were growing up? They don't say this now. Face cracked. Their faces were cracked. What are they talking about? Barbara? Don Lemon's over there on the computer on the YouTube saying that Superman is Moses and that Superman was a Jewish immigrant. These damn woke people. Barbara, can you believe this? The damn woke lefties. Shit, you guys are so dumb. Are you kidding me? You don't know this? Where have you been? Well, gotta tell you, Johnny, I don't know what this world is coming to. I just don't know. And they done woke up the Superman. They done turned him into a Jew. You ain't gonna hear this on Fox News. Now, let me just tell you, in case you don't understand nuance and how the way that movies and stuff that they could do, it's always a story about something. There was like on the obvious story, there's always like the backstories and the stories that, the sub stories that you don't know about. Lots of like in movies that you don't realize there's like lots of gay themes that you don't get because people were so suppressed back in the day, and they would be like, they would just put it in there. So the censors, right? And you guys on the right hate censorship, right? So the censors wouldn't pick it up. But for people who know, like if you were woke, if people who know, you're like, okay, Rock Hudson and Doris Day, I see what's going on. Bachelor, confirmed Bachelor. I see all that. Superman has always been political.
Is Superman super woke?
Don't make superheroes political. Superheroes have always been political. You're just not paying attention. Superman is an illegal immigrant. The X-Men are an allegory for racism. And Captain America punched Adolf Hitler on the cover of his first ever comic book. These guys have always been political. If you ignore that, or you ask people to completely take superheroes out of politics, you're completely ignoring one of the main pillars that these characters were built upon. You can't sit here and tell us that these comic characters that were created by Jewish individuals, that are written by black authors, and that are drawn by immigrants themselves aren't political. I'm sorry, that it makes you uncomfortable when politics get brought into your superheroes. But it makes you uncomfortable because your politics suck. And you know that the superheroes that you like would not agree with you. New James Gunn Superman movie, the Zack Snyder Superman films. Even in those films, it is about Superman battling with the government about how his actions affect the political spectrum. You don't like that you are on the wrong side of history, and you are doing and saying whatever you can to shield yourself from the consequences of your own crappy belief.
Turn that off. Put it back on the Fox News right now. Who turned this YouTube on in my house? You're not going to learn that on Fox News. You're not going to learn that on Fox News. It's always been political. It's always like figurative, like the characters are the symbolism or a figure for something else. Obviously evil, obviously racism, obviously bigotry, some of it's homophobia. So, I mean, it's always a symbol for something else. And so if you're just sitting there looking at it, you're just thinking, bad guy, good guy. Oh, dude, oh, so great. Okay, when you're a kid, that's fine. But once you become an adult, well, you're supposed to learn something. And you're supposed to learn it in the schools. And perhaps if you had taken a class on some things like, a little film history, or you turn the TV off of the news that simply feeds you all day with anger and outrage and fear, and you put it on like a history or some sort of learning channel, you maybe watch a little Turner Classic Movies, maybe you will realize like, oh, wow, I didn't know that about these movies. I didn't notice it. I didn't know it. And then maybe you won't become so angry. And then you'll realize that people are doing what? They're misleading you. They're co-opting you. You're being sold snake oil. Donald Trump is not Superman, nor is he the baby Jesus, nor is he Moses. The director is now speaking out about the film's backlash, and he will look, let me just tell you. I was wondering with the producers, I'll let him play it, and then I'll tell you what we were talking about. Here it is.
You said it's an immigrant story. It's a political movie. MAGA today is going nuts. What do you have to say to MAGA? I don't have anything. I think this movie's for everybody. I don't have anything to say to anybody. Like, I'm not here to judge people, I think this is a movie about kindness, and I think that's something everyone can relate to.
That's it. Did you hear that? This is ultimately a movie about kindness, and I think that's what everyone will relate to, can relate to. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's about kindness. I'm going to tell you my story with the producers, and I'm also going to tell you what we talked about, and also my own something that Kellyanne Conway said. It reminded me of something, an experience in my own life, and I'm going to tell you about that. Okay. So listen, the support for the Don Lemon Show today comes from BetterHelp. We're happy to have BetterHelp. As a matter of fact, when I'm done with this show, I'm going to therapy. I can't wait to talk to my therapist today. You guys know how I feel about that. I like to take the stigma, as often as I can, off of seeking mental health. It is pertinent. It is important. It is of utmost importance to you, for you to be able to do something like this. Okay. Workplace stress is now one of the top causes of declining mental health in this country. 61%, no, globally, 61% of the global workforce experiences higher than normal levels of stress right now. To battle stress, most of us can't just wave goodbye to work, can't start a business with or focus on wellness, right? But we can start small with a focus on wellness. Excuse me. Okay. So a holiday is a great thing. Long-term solution? No, it's not. Don't forget that therapy can help you navigate whatever challenges the workday may bring you, or any day might bring. Okay. So many benefits to therapy. I think you guys can figure that out, right? BetterHelp has more than 30,000 therapists. It's the largest online therapy platform in the world. More than 5 million people globally it has served. It for more than 10 years. It is convenient. You can join a session with a therapist and click up a button, and it can help you. It can help fit therapy into your very busy life and your busy schedule. You can change therapists at any time. It's the largest, as I said, online therapy provider. It can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Our listeners, my viewers, get 10% off of your first month at betterhelp.com/DonLemon. That's betterhelp.com/DonLemon. Also, let's talk about these things because we've been talking about religion a lot today and in the news, okay? Support for the Don Lemon Show also comes from the Freedom from Religion Foundation. As I said, you're going to be sitting around talking campfire story after story after story. And what we're talking about now in the news, you can see the religious right is trying to, they're trying to sell you a lie. They're trying to sell you snake oil. All right? And that is that America was built as what? A Christian nation, was founded as a Christian nation. They're pushing religion into our classrooms, our schools, our courtrooms, doctors' offices. America was founded on freedom of religion, not as a Christian nation. In Arizona, voters just protected abortion rights in the state's constitution, but politicians are trying to undermine that anyways. Texas is pushing bills to force the 10 Commandments in every school classroom. Congress just passed a strip Medicaid coverage for gender-affirming care and Medicaid coverage overall in this big, ugly bill for all ages. This isn't about personal beliefs. It's about power. And that's what's happening right now under the banner of Christian nationalism. That's where the Freedom from Religion Foundation comes in. They have been defending church-state separation since 1978 in the courts, in the schools, or wherever religion tries to take the wheel. If you believe that government should serve everyone, not just the religious right, make sure you join them. Join ffrf.us/freedom or text my name, Don, to 511-511 and become a member today. Join us and go to ffrf.us/freedom or text Don to 511-511 because the only story that should run this country is ours, not theirs. Text fees may apply. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Back to it, okay? Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the thumbs up, okay? If you're just joining us, we're talking about the misconception that most Americans, many Americans, especially MAGA, that they have about Superman. They are upset. They think Superman has gone woke. Interesting. They think Superman has gone woke. You just heard from the director. You heard from the MAGA crowd chanting that Trump is Superman. We played that for you. Trump is Superman. And then I told you, the director said to you, ultimately, this movie is about kindness, people. Get a grip. This TikToker can explain to you why people are uncomfortable. This is a conversation I was having. We'll play it now. This is a conversation I was having with my producers, but play this first.
You're uncomfortable by the acts of kindness because you're fucking evil. The movie isn't woke. You're just fucking evil. Niggas coming back from Superman like, it's super woke, and they're trying to push a political message. And the political message is kindness. Be kind to others, regardless of who they are. The idea that's making people call this movie woke is Clark saying, you think I'm finna sit by and let niggas die? No. It's forcing anti-MAGA ideologies. It's forcing anti-Israeli ideologies. No. Superman is just a good person and you're not. A fictional movie about the power of good. And you're complaining that the good guy might not like you in real life. Okay, who's gonna tell him? Maybe instead of jumping on camera to unmask yourself as being a horrible fucking person. I know everybody can't do it, but let's sit here and use our noggin. It's political. It's super woke. It's Superman, who's canonically one sneeze away from destroying the entire earth, but chooses not to because he really likes us, he really fucks with us, and he's a really good guy and just wants to help people. And that's offensive to you? All right. Read the room.
You're a bad person. I said, oh my God. Yes, you're a bad person. You're just saying that it just means that you are, one, super dumb, super political, and that you have been co-opted with cult-like information. Or just cultish information. Let's put it that way. That's what that means. Now, here's a story that I went to. When we were talking about why some people may not, Kellyanne Conway's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe people who weren't. Oh, look, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Remember, we had this whole conversation during Colin Kaepernick, remember? This whole conversation during Colin Kaepernick. Because people were like, well, why doesn't he want to stand up? Why doesn't he want to do this? And because he was trying to point out injustices, and that's your right under the Constitution, whether people agree with it or not. And he was trying to do it in the most respectful way. In the most respectful way by kneeling instead of not standing. Now, let me tell you why. My thing. So there was once, I'll tell this story and I'll go easy on it. So once upon a time, there was this news anchor named Don Lemon. And this news anchor named Don Lemon was tasked with moderating a presidential debate. And during a rehearsal, like, this is real. All right, this is a real thing. Act like it's a real thing, everybody. So we went through the whole thing, and then they play, did the whole national. And so when you go through the thing, it's just like, you don't do it with your whole chest. So it's like, you do blah, 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 blah. Okay, Don, music comes in, ready, here we go. Applause, applause, applause. Like there's somebody saying that. And then you may have some people go, blah, 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 blah. And then in your ear, they go. And it's, hello, everybody. Welcome to the whatever presidential debate sponsored CNN presidential debate. Whoops. Maybe it was the NBC presidential debate, or maybe it was when I worked for Fox. Let's just say. And then they go, okay, welcome, everybody. I'm Don Lemon. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the blah, 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 blah. Starting us off tonight will be such and such, this band playing the national anthem. And then the band plays and people go, okay. And so I was just like, I'm the moderator. So I just kind of sat there going, okay, looking over the notes. Oh my gosh. Don, yes? Am I here? Are you not going to stand for the national anthem? I'm like, this is a rehearsal. Do you have an issue? Don's not standing for the national anthem. I'm like, y'all, this is a rehearsal. And number two, I don't have to stand for the national anthem. Oh boy, stop. Whoa, quiet. I'm like, wait, something like, what is there some issue? Yeah, okay. So they want to know, are you going to stand for the national anthem during the thing? And I was like, true story. I kid you not. I'm like, are y'all serious? Anyway. Yeah, that happens. But right now I'm free. So I can choose. No, you got to be kidding me, says Sheldon Johnson. No, I'm not. You guys know I never lie to you. I'm telling you it happened. And I was hot because I was like, how dare you? And let's just say I didn't even think about it because I didn't even think about like, I'm not going to stand or whatever. I was just, hey, I'm moderating. I'm trying. This is a rehearsal. So one thing that I do not have to rehearse for is standing. But what I do have to know is like the shit that comes up next, what's on my note, and the background on the people who are running for this particular office. And so as you are doing your just practice rehearsal, I'm here going, okay, next, when they come back, such and such is going to read that, and then this reads that, and then they come back to me, and then I do this, and then we introduce. So I'm going, and they're like, oh my God. Yeah, no shit. So that's why I'm like, guys, wow, America, please. And I want you to understand like what happens with corporate influence, what happens with things like Fox and all of that, where they're trying to, they know better. Kellyanne Conway is a smart lady. She knows better. She has to play along. Those folks over at Fox, they know better. And that's why Jessica's like laughing, going, oh, was it on his knuckles? Because she realizes just how ridiculous this is. But it's up to people like me who have, like, she can do it, you know, a little covertly and so hiding in plain sight. I'm just going to tell you. So I want you to share all of this with whoever you know so that they understand that maybe there's a story behind Superman that you are not aware of and that you are being misled. And if you like the Jesus and you like all of that, then maybe you should be happy about what it is. Just so you know. Okay? By the way, put up a poll. Who's going to go see Superman? Anybody interested? Maybe you're not. I don't know. I rarely go to the movies, if ever. But are you guys going to see Superman? Anybody going? Might you go now since you know about this controversy to try to help the box office, or is it turning you off from even going? I love this. Wait, where is it? Let me see. I just saw a comment that rolled across. It reminds me. I mean, we forget about how soon we forget, right? Yeah. Remember, alternative facts. She's a smart lady. She knows. Actually, I mean, look, like the alternative facts thing, actually, I think kind of worked for her. Brilliant. Yeah. Seeing it this weekend, says Ms. Bella. Good for you. Okay. Can we update some of the breaking news that happened? I am now. Wait, let me read some of the comments. I'm going. HBO, I will watch. When it comes on HBO, I will watch. By the way, HBO is back. Was Max. I've never understood why they did that, but now HBO is back. Yep, folks are saying they're going tomorrow. Yes, going on Friday. Well, I am now. Someone says, America's bumper sticker, land of the free with exclusions in small print, says Franny Fruit. True. Very true. Land of the free, as long as you think like me. There we go. Okay, so some updates on breaking news. Remember, we reported to you yesterday. Thank you, guys. Hope you learned something. Let me know if you learned something in the comments. And if you're going to go. Breaking news yesterday. Oh, by the way, hold on. Let me just read some of the things about Superman, because my producers, Peter, did such a great job with preparing me for this. Historical and political context on Superman. No, I miss Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is, yeah. I want to see what the new Superman looks like. I never saw the Henry Cavill Henry Cavill, am I saying that right? Or Cavill? I never saw that. Thank you. Cavill like gavel, right? I never saw that. I didn't have anything against it, but yeah, hey, look, I'm old school. I liked Christopher Reeves. I thought he was like he was just nice enough. Superman now looks like, to me, I don't know what the new character looks like. He's so like comically buff. Good for him. Great. But it's like, geez, that's a lot of muscle. Good for them. But I prefer like, the stealthy, muscled, because it's like Clark Kent. Take off the suit and you go, wow, okay. Take off the glasses and you're like, wow, okay, Superman. Yeah. That's Cavill. Now, can we show both all handsome, classic little Superman?
That's Cavill on the right, but the new guy on the left.
Yeah, who's the new guy? Do we know?
David Corrin Sweat.
Both very handsome. I think Cavill's probably the more buff. I haven't seen this guy, but maybe he is. I have no idea. But can we show Christopher Reeves? That's my Superman. I like Christopher Reeves. That's my dude right there. And then, I like the original too. But if we could find Christopher Reeves, I liked him as Superman. And yeah, there he is. Yeah, here he is. Here comes. There's Christopher Reeves. Dun, 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 dun. Can we show the clip of him again? I just want to see him going where look at that Christopher Reeves. That's just yeah. Not too much. There we go. Let's show him. Cool. Because everything was just subtle. By the way, I love innovation. I love all that technology, but it's something just about the old school graphics and the way Superman flew, and it wasn't, all high tech and AI and all that stuff. It was just, brilliant. And say, man, that's a bad outfit. Anyways, Superman fought Nazis before America officially entered World War II. He was used as an anti-Axis propaganda to promote democracy, tolerance, and decency. Truth and justice, right? Remember, truth, justice, and the American way. That's what they said in Superman. Originally stood for inclusion. The full phrase, truth, justice, I didn't even read it, and the American way was popularized during World War II, meant to unite a diverse America, not divided. Ooh, diversity, equity, inclusion in America. Wow. Marge! Don Lemon's on the YouTube. telling people that Superman was a DEI promoted. What the hell's wrong? Superman has tackled social issues for decades, from nuclear disarmament in the 80s to social justice issues in modern comics. Superman's stories have always wrestled with contemporary moral dilemmas. His own son, remember this, ruh-roh, Superman's own son is LGBTQ. And he supports him openly. Marge! Modern outrage versus reality. Conservative outrage ignores history, claims that Superman is being woke by defending immigrants, LGBTQ plus people, and social justice are ahistorical. He always has. Woke Superman is just Superman. Empathy, compassion, protecting the vulnerable. These are literally the character's defining traits. Anti-woke critics are mad at kindness. Modern criticisms usually boil down to Superman being too gentle or too inclusive, traits that have defined him for 85 years. Damn, Superman looks great for 85. I hope I look that good when I'm 85 years old. Then they'll be complaining because they'll say, Superman, he's got some work, or I don't know. If Superman isn't standing up for the marginalized, he's not Superman. He's just a strong guy in a cape. By the way, just so you know, Donald Trump is not Superman. I don't care how big and long and goofy that big fucking stupid red tie is. And now you know. Real quick, updates. Give you updates here. I told you guys I wanted to have fun today. Let me give you some updates. Also get the merch and the website, please. Okay. So here are the updates. Linda Yaccarino, this is from the Wall Street Journal. Remember, we reported to you yesterday. By the way, do you guys have Oliver's? I don't know if we got Oliver's thing. Okay. So if you can find Oliver's, I sent it this morning, or I think I sent an email. I don't remember. But anyways, Linda Yaccarino's exit was months in the making, according to the Wall Street Journal. The ex-CEO stabilized the social media company's ad business, but contended with an erratic boss and pressure to move faster. Now, that's what the Wall Street Journal is reporting. There are others who are reporting not so much with the stabilizing of the company's business, okay? Oliver Darcy said that, and also Kara Swisher reporting that as well. Kara Swisher, here she is to break down Linda Yaccarino's exit. Remember, she joined us yesterday on the breaking news. She was on this program, and then she is reporting on it and on the Pivot podcast, and that will release tomorrow. Here's Kara Swisher.
Linda Yaccarino is stepping down as CEO of X after 2 years in the role. Yaccarino wrote in a post that she is immensely grateful Elon Musk entrusted her with the responsibility of protecting free speech, turning the company around and transforming X into an everything app, by the way, none of which happened. No reason was given for the departure, but the exit has reportedly been in the works for over a week. Both Scott and I thought it was inevitable since the day she took the job that she was a CEO in name only, a sino, I guess. I think you shouldn't work for Elon Musk in this regard. I mean, he's in charge the whole time. And I think one of the things about working for him is it's his company at all times. They hired Don Lemon, which was a Linda Yaccarino effort. And, you know, he was out when Elon didn't like an interview. All these claims of free speech, of course, are ridiculous when they're forcing advertisers to advertise. They're using the threat of lawsuits and also platforming a bunch of really heinous people. And at the same time, cutting people they don't like. So this isn't exactly a free speech platform. It's a free speech for Nazis. So good job, Linda. Tune in on Friday to hear me and Scott's full discussion about the exit. We're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah. Yes. So that's going to air tomorrow. Now, I want to play something for you because I actually went out on the streets. This was so interesting to me. I went out on the streets, yesterday, and I talked to people about it. And there's this one guy, I'm going to send it to you, Andy, and you can pull it up, please. There's this one guy who talked about it, which I thought was interesting. And a couple of folks discussed it. And if you go over on our socials, you will be able to find it. Here's the one kid I talked to. Is there another one? No, and I think that's it. that is on the YouTube that I just sent. But go check out our socials, and then check out my man on the streets and socials. There'll be more up a little bit later on of people discussing what's happening. Not only with that, probably let's see if today I may be able to get some Superman man and woman on the streets. But that I just sent you is from the social media. I want to hear what this guy has to say, and then I have one more thing, that I want to share with you before we leave you today. Let me know when you get it, Andy, so that we can put it up. But anyways, but this has been very controversial because, X, what happened with X, and since Elon Musk has bought it, it's been very controversial. He bought X, then he went into the political realm. That hurt his businesses. What he did before, that really ticked off advertisers and really hurt X initially when he told advertisers, because the advertiser said, I don't want to advertise around controversial issues and posts. I don't want my company associated with that. He got upset. He went to DealBook and spoke to Andrew Ross Sorkin. Andrew Ross Sorkin brought that up, and he told the advertisers to go F themselves. That ticked him off. A lot of them dropped out. He threatened to sue them, and then said, I think that maybe they had some sort of agreement with him. And so some people went back as not to get sued. But this is one person on the street when I went out to chat with them earlier.
Hey,
guys. You know what Grok is?
No, what's a Grok?
Grok is like Twitter's AI.
Okay, but we don't like Twitter, right?
You don't? Why?
Oh, because who's in it? Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, guys. But are you guys the AI people?
We're not the AI people. We're just asking you questions. So Grok went all racist and called itself Mecha Hitler.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think they had to take it offline a little bit, but he was reprogrammed, and Grok came back kind of racist.
That doesn't surprise me.
Why not?
Because it's Elon Musk.
Do you think he was programming it?
I'm sure. Well, he was the one paying for it. Ooh. Wake it up. Wake it up. Wake it up.
What does that mean?
Let's wake it up. Let's start it. Let's start it.
Is that like being woke?
We're not a fan. We're not a fan, guys. I don't use Twitter. But follow me on Instagram, uniel.rod.
I love New Yorkers. I love me some New Yorkers. Okay. That's kind of it. Look, guys, new to our merch store right here. Right. And speaking of fans, where you said I'm not a fan, speaking of fans, these are on our website. All right. These are on the Don Lemon merch store. So you can go to the Don Lemon, just go to the homepage if you want on the YouTube, and then just go over to shop. Right. Or you can go to donlemon.com. If you have that up, Andy, go to donlemon.com, and then all you have to do is, can you click on it? Can you go over and click on merch and see what happens? Donlemon.com, and then click on merch, and there you go. And so it's got the feature collection up, and that's all of the great stuff that we have. It's all good quality stuff. Like I took this to me on vacation because I knew it was going to be hot. And, I was like, well, in case somebody's doing the fan dance out there, boots on the ground, I want to be ready. Okay. So check it out. My mom and my nieces, they love this. By the way, this was Reese Colbert's suggestion to put it on the website, and it is the #1 seller, by the way. So there you go. So those are the great things. Go check out our merch. You'll like it. These hats are great. And then I also have this one as well. But I thought this one matched the outfit better today. So you got both. And this. I'm going to do what these creators do. There we go. And then on this side, everyone says, where's the lemon? The lemon is very subtle. Do you see it? You see the lemon in yellow there. Okay. So go check it out. Okay. And I think this is, by the way, news. I think it's going to be up at noon. I think tickets go on sale at noon. Okay. And we'll put it up later on today. But I just want to tell you, DL Hughley and I are doing another show by popular demand. And it is going to be on, what is the date? I think it's August 12. And so here it is. Where is it? August 12. I just want to make sure that I have the right date. And the date is August 8/12 at 7. Okay? So that's about 5 weeks away. August 12th, 7 p.m. Same place, City Winery, same place that was sold out last time. So make sure you go. We were sold out. It was great. We had a surprise guest. We'll have another surprise guest. Our surprise guest last time was Joy Reid, who showed up. It was great. We had, we sipped a little bubbly and little stuff, cocktails. I don't want, AI to knock us off. We had some cocktails. We ate, we drank, we had fun, we were serious, we laughed, we cried. DL did his comedy routine. I did a news routine. And so you got to check us out and see what we're going to do now. But it was highly successful. People have been asking. And so make sure August 12th, go to City Winery. It should be up at noon. Buy your tickets early because it is going to sell out. Okay. And you will love it. Trust me. Okay. So I think that's everything. Producers, did I get everything in? Is that it? I even surprised the producers. I don't think they even knew about the DL thing.
Do you want to do the kicker video with Peter Thiel?
I don't know. Do you think, do we need to set that up? Do you guys, what do you think? I'll play it if you guys want me to play it.
I think it needs a little bit of setup.
All right. We'll do it later. Okay. So check us out. Hit the thumbs up, become a member. That keeps us viable. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and take a link of the show and send it to all your friends so, they get to see that we're here. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you. You can be informed without being inundated. We're going to see you back here live at 5 p.m. And until then, turn the TV off. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never, ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.